All right, we are live. My name is Jerry Cabazzuto from godislovetruthlife.com or godislovetruthfreedom.com because a life without freedom is not a life worth living. And I am also the lead organizer for Soundpath.org, which is an online truth and freedom music festival, the first of its kind. And I am sitting here with uh, Bea T. Full, otherwise known as Beatriz, who I met in Mark Passio's How to Become the True Media.com, his class last year. Welcome.
Hello, Jerry. Thanks for inviting me to your channel and also to the festival. I'm so glad to be here. And let's go.
Yeah. We did an interview actually last year in Spanish, but today we're going to be speaking English, mostly because my Spanish isn't the best, but it's, good enough for, small talk. But maybe first we could talk a little bit about your channels before I forget. So, your channels are BEA.T Full, Full, on Instagram. On YouTube, it's BEAT Full, Full, Oficial, Oficial on YouTube. And then for Spotify, it's BEA space T space full on Spotify. And I'll make sure to get those links after in the description.
Just one question, Jerry. You said that it was going to be reproduced in your YouTube channel, but I think it's not. It is, you think?
Yes. So we are live on my YouTube right now.
Yes. Already is.
Yes. And on my
Okay.
Facebook. Um, I'll be honest with the audience. This is my first time running a music festival, let alone a gathering of this size and scale. And so I'm, continuing to learn the technology, which is why I took the class last year with you. So anyway, so our streaming isn't optimized, but eventually I would like to stream on all the Soundpath channels. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about how you sort of and we talked about this in Spanish last time, but how you came to understand or get familiar with natural law.
Well, the thing was that from my young age, my youth, I was always thinking about why people is not loving each other, why is so sadness in our faces, why people is angry. I couldn't understand that because it was like I think we feel sad for many things that we shouldn't. So I just start making questions, and I had an uncle that he did this soul pattern, no, or this soul road many years before from I, and he was like introducing to me many authors, many books. So I was reading and making a construction in my mind, and I understood from a very young age that we are so programmed in our mind, and that we are the first cause that is fooling or making our life a foolish place. So I had this conscious, no, but it was 2020 when I really blow up, because I was like, this is not that cannot be happening, It's not possible that the world is believing that a virus is the responsible of all the shit. We are under dictatorship. And I was so frustrated because all the people was accepting that,
Yeah.
even working on that. So that's when we start to gather with some people in my city, and they introduced me Mark Passio. And when I first heard the natural law Mark Passio course, I was like, it's so common sense what he's saying, but it's that well structured, and the order is so good that you build the way to think, and you build you become more responsible of your acts. The thing that Marx do is he point at you and say, you have to do something, you are the problem, start now. And that was a very change in my moment. And it was I before I was doing already rap, so I was kind of working on the world already, but he was another push to do it harder.
Yeah, I had, thank you so much for sharing all of that. And
Mhm.
I had a similar journey where there was sort of influences and people in my life that kind of planted the seeds. I think the pandemic definitely like, wow, this is really happening. Like all the amount of research, but to live through a tyrannical experience with the state like that on that scale, definitely made me realize what was really going on. And then again, same as you, around that time is when I discovered his work, Mark Passio's work, as well as other, content creators and influencers. And so I, yeah, I'm very grateful for the knowledge. And I think what you just described in terms of his work, and just in the process of making music as well, is this idea of the trivium that you have to sort of, build your understanding, let's say, of music, and you already had a background. You were taking in information about natural law, about what was really going on versus what they said that was going on, and then you build that grammar, and then you processed it, and now in your rhetoric stage, in your output stage, you're sharing conscious music in mostly in Spanish, but we are going to hear an English song today. um, so yeah, I think what you just described is basically that process. What are your thoughts?
Yes, yes, I really think that. And I start to do rap because it is a very powerful tool to be clear in your mind, because when we have many feelings and many thoughts, and we don't stop and clarify what are we thinking, what these thoughts are making us feeling, no, then you go living so confused, so you are like acting, not being responsible or of what are you gonna create with these acts. So doing rap means to develop the sentence that describe your feeling precisely. That's for me, because I hear a lot of rap that it's so basic, always the same message, but it's not always the same message, because natural law is always the same message, is always the same sentences, the same words, the same game of words. So that's so bored, because we can, even the pure feelings are always the same. They can be in the interface. They can be very varied, no? So we should be able to do as much as possible combinations of words and explain in the music many situations that can give, well, can conduce us to certain feelings and certain thoughts, and finally certain acts. And um, the most important thing for me is to put as much as possible in many ways the message, because people don't read, don't find for new information. So you are making them listen this new information like kind of compulsory. You don't read, but if you listen my music, you are gonna have to think in many things that you have never thought.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. And I love the way I think there's something really special about music and rap in particular. Like you said, the syntax, your word positioning, what words you pick. I mean, and just, not that there's anything wrong with presentations. It's how I kind of it helped in my understanding of reality. But I think music in particular, that wordplay, you do a lot of like double meaning with your words. You do a lot of you play with the vowel sounds. You play with rhyming. You don't always rhyme on the end. You rhyme with sometimes with vowels. I notice sometimes, and then you play with meanings and the way you pair the rhymes with the meanings. It's like, oh, you see a connection there, and so um, you're a very masterful rhetorician in Spanish. Um, I was playing some of your songs for our Soundpath watch series because I was trying to sort of build hype and also familiarity with our audience for the lineup. And I had trouble explaining to our English speaking friends what your music is, because it's like, I mean, it's just there's certain things that can't, like if I were to do like a one-to-one translation, you then miss the wordplay. So it's like, I was like, how, even if I were to do that, have time to do that, which I would love to do eventually, I would love to support you and any other artist that, especially in Spanish, that wants to translate their work. But yeah, there's definitely always something lost in translation.
Yes, it's better that I do some music in English, maybe. Even sometimes I invent like the syntaxes or some stuff, and I'm like, I don't care if this is precisely correct, because the rhythm or the noise is fixing. So I know they would understand.
I would love to learn about your background and your influences because, you obviously were already rapping before you came into the understanding of, natural law, objective morality. But like listening to those songs, I'm like, she's definitely been doing this for a while. Like you don't just rhyme like that out the gate. Your style is almost like a very like stream of consciousness, like almost describing how you came into the wisdom, and it's like you were almost like going through your thought processes, and you're sharing your observations with the world, um and yeah, so I would love to learn like how you became a rapper, what sort of music you listen to.
The thing is that my friends, when I was a teenager, they were listening a lot of rap. And one day, it impacts so much to me one song of one group, a Spanish group that now is, they are old, that it calls Violadores del Verso. Violadores del Verso. Violadores is someone that rape is like being a rape, but of the verse. They are rapes
Oh.
of the verse, because they fact the verse. They are the best ones, no?
Mm.
So the song was saying the pijama, no, the clothes of el pijama no, la ropa de ayer será el pijama de hoy. The clothes of yesterday is going to be the pijama of today.
Mm.
They were saying that, and I was like, what? Because I was doing this, no? And I start to listen them, and especially the singer KCO is written like that. He was the biggest influence on mine. He is so conscious. I think he has been studying philosophy, and he's just a very honest person, because if you want the wisdom, there is a prerequisite that is to be honest. If you are not honest with what are you looking and what are you catching, you are not gonna be able to do a right reasoning process about
Right.
uh, how life works, no? So I think he's so honest and he's so creative because he's the best. I mean, now because he's old, but and is getting back, no, and new people is coming. But he was the motor of the rap in Spain, and he with the beat maker that he has, R de Rumba, they did really, really, really creative music and with very, very powerful message. So a lot of conscience, a lot of love, a lot of criticizing the state, many criticizing the state, a lot of pointing to yourself. You have to change. You are the problem. You know. So I start thinking, and he was like directing, making a direction in my mind or about who. He gave me a lot of answers when I was so lost, and I was like, oh, thank you, someone is seeing the problem, someone is speaking about what is going on in this planet, no? So I start to write, just to be calm. When I was so confused, I start to do rhythms and verses, because first of all it clarifies my mind, and second it empowers me a lot, because when you see what game of words you can do to say exactly what you want, you are like, fuck, that's a very high ability. So
Yeah.
you get empowerful, and I start to write a lot with a friend in the class, blah blah blah. But I was keeping all the folders in my room, and I was like, yes, 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 yes. And yes, also I had Cancerbero is
Thank you,
Cancer.
Theo.
Yes, Cancerbero was a Venezuelan rapper. He's died, so we can maybe imagine why. And he was also doing really good rap. Also, Mala Rodriguez, she's Spanish, also was influencing me. Yes, influencing me. And yes, and I was not touching a lot English because I didn't understood. And for me,
Mm.
rap is so important, the lyric. I have a lot of friends that were like, yes, United States rap, that's what we like, bam, bam. And I was like, if you don't understand anything, I mean, how you can, okay, yes, the rhythm is fine, and maybe you can listen once a time to feel that, but the important is the lyric, no? And
Yeah.
now that I got older and I learned English, I was listening to Tupac, for example, of course, and also Mobb Deep.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know him, and I think the disc, the disc
Uh-huh.
he has from 2018, it's so good, so awareness. And I
Awesome.
also had influence from other type of music, like folklore music.
Okay. Folklore? Yeah. Cool. Um, I mean, I'm just gonna ask more questions about your lyrics, and as you were talking, I was thinking about, how the word verse is in the word universe, and this
Mhm.
idea, like you said, like, how can you, you know, get into a vibe of a song if you don't understand what the verses are saying? And I think, like, I agree. I think the intention that it makes all the difference with the music. And yeah, I would love to learn about, I mean, your writing process. It sounds like it just came intuitively for you.
Yes, my writing process at the beginning, because when I start, I had all the lyrics written in papers and in folders. And one day, my friend, I'm gonna introduce you a little bit of history also. My friend that was writing with me back in the school, she came one day and she told me, "Look, Bea, I did this song and it was recorded in the phone and I listened to it and I was like, that's incredible how you did it." Because I thought that to be able to do a single, you needed a lot of technology and a studio and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, that's not possible. And she said to me, "I did it with application of the phone." And I was like, "Really? I'm losing my time." So
Wow.
I came to my home and I said, "Okay, Bea, you have many papers, so don't get lost. Take 3 or 4, join some lyrics, don't crash your brain a lot, just choose someone fast that you like, and then you take a bit from internet and you sing." And I was like, do something. Don't look for perfection. If not, you are not gonna do anything because you have
Mm.
many lyrics there and you can get lost and tired, no? So that's what I did. And then I was practicing and I show it to one friend and he said, "Oh, that's so nice. Go to this friend's house and record it." So that's what how I start, no?
That's
But
so
then,
cool.
so the first process was like just joining sentences that I had already.
Right.
But now the process is so spontaneous. You know, when I have a heart feeling, a heart feeling inside me, yes, that I think it can be expressed, I have to stop and take it somewhere in the phone, in a paper, wherever to keep it, because the creativity is something that comes and you can lose, and if you don't take attention, you can lose it. It's not
Right.
like, no, one day at this hour I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna be creative. No, it doesn't work like that. When you are
Right.
having the feeling is when you have to work on that, no? So sometimes I was teaching to my pupils and I was like, I have to give them some excuses because I have to read, I need to read
Yeah.
to text my song. But it's true that for do a good song is also perseverance and time, because you have to sit down, listen to music, try and try and try again the sentence until it fits on the rhythm. Also, you if you are strict to yourself, you are not gonna be happy with the simplest sentence you get. You would
Mm.
like to do it more versatile, more content. You don't want to repeat words. You want to introduce new words, because people, as we are losing a lot of words in our daily day speaking, because
Right.
people doesn't read. People is we have really hard problems of communication. While I'm increasing my ability to communicate, I see how bad is people communicating themselves. So
Right.
sometimes I am like, most of the problems we have nowadays is not just because we are bad persons. It's because we are not able to make sentences that describe what we feel, what we think. So we are emitting grown meanings. So of course,
Wow.
the people that is receiving that is getting confused. So we are not we are not matching each other.
Right.
So I'm another thing that I do is looking for new words, even they are forgotten in our actual society in Spanish.
I mentioned this in my previous conversation with you before, but I'm just so impressed by how I think an older generation from you, but just how much wisdom you've gained through that introspection process within yourself, through your writing, to see that, yeah, I agree. I think you make a very good point, and it actually kind of gives me shivers. That it's not just a degradation of one's own mind, of one's own making, but it's the language that we're speaking. Like you said, it's all inaccurate. It's not, and it's not even a translation issue. Even it's just there's a translation within our own mind. Like we'll have an idea, but if someone's not reading or thinking through things, going through the trivium again, their rhetoric, like when they like, um, I'm feeling low vibe or whatever. It's like so it's just such a vague description that's not actually, instead of saying like, I've been reflecting, and I think I'm being triggered by a childhood trauma that I should look at again, that's reminding me of the current situation that I'm in. Like that's a very different sentence than like I'm low vibe. You know what I mean?
Yes, of course. Because if you just speak about general things, you always are in the surface. So obviously, you are not gonna solve your problems because your problems are not on the surface. The surface are the plane of effects, no? The problem is
Right.
inside. So if you are not able to describe the cause, the problem, and not even when you want to solve a problem, when the problem that we have to build a new society is the lack of ideas. People cannot imagine another way to cooperate. They cannot imagine.
Right.
So if you cannot imagine, you cannot work on that. So that's why we need more words, because as much words you have, much more you can describe precisely. And
Yeah.
of course, more ideas are coming, and you start to see more truth, no more reality. And then you understand that there is more options.
Wow. Yeah. I'm looking at, so I have this sort of like preconceived notion of why I'm doing this music festival with our team. And I, was thinking, uh, people like Mark Passio, people like Jay Parker, Cat Waters, all of those more prominent podcasters in the U.S., especially, they're repeating themselves for decades, and they're using lots of very precise, descriptive, helpful vocabulary terms to describe the reality that we're in. But then on the other end of it, you're right. I think it's not just a matter of taking what they're saying and putting a beat to it. It's also, like you said, exposing the audience and having a co-creative um, learning process through that music. You're absolutely right. It's almost like where I mean, I already kind of knew that like musicians are teachers, but I think you're right. It's like we're working with the, like, if we're to be truth speakers, we have to work with who our audience is, and to be an effective teacher, pupils have to ask back. Well, they're giving us input. I'm watching TikTok a lot. I don't have a high attention span. Maybe if you put a beat to it and throw some uh, bigger words in there for me to look up, but not too many. Like that's kind of where we're at as teachers.
Yes, that's true. And also, the good thing of music is also the voice, you know, because with the voice, you can add some information about how deep are you feeling something. And it's also so powerful, or it catches a lot the attention, the 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 sound you are giving through your charge, vocal charge, right?
Right.
So for me, so now I am in the process of working in my voice, because you have to teach it and to train it to do
Right.
the sounds you want and the notes you want. And that's a hard thing. Also, the intention, because you can sing a song for sad things, you can sing a song for happy things, for angry things. And it's also a kind of film. Maybe I can start a song describing how bad I felt because I got under depression, because I think that society is not going to be able to get a solution, and we are gonna drag out and that stuff. And then this in 1 minute, and in the next minute start the music to be more boom 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 or more happier, and and do the transformation of the message, no, at
Mm.
end. For example, the song saying, we just need this requisite, this one, they are easy, we can catch them, come on, let's do it. And in 3 minutes you do you put the audience in the path you want them to replicate. I mean, not like a dictatorship, but it's a help that you give to them, like, look this path, look these changing thoughts you can do, you can be here, and you can change to this place.
Mm. I love everything that you said, and it's almost like I think words in general is like our primitive form of telepathy, and the if you want to get the most accurate idea transferred to another, that transference needs to be perfect and crisp, and like you said, like earlier, like you need to be very precise with your words and your rhythms. And and then I'm also thinking about what you said with like the emotional journey. Like, we don't want to black pill people here, but we do want to present them with the reality that, like, we're enslaved. We have been for millennia, but then bringing them to that higher, uh, gold pill of, you know, we can do this. We are infinite potential, beings of infinite potential that can uh, change the reality now in our own minds, and again sharing that idea to other people and bringing them through that emotional journey and inspiring others and others and others to eventually get actual change. I think that's why we're doing this. But I love the way that you're thinking about sound, music, lyrics. Um, it's it's a positive formatting. We're not socially engineering people and manipulating people against their will. We're inviting them to hear what we're saying. For artists like you to share your thought process, your trivium journey, so that to encourage them to go on their trivium journey.
Right, that's exactly what we do know. It's like double work, because it's your trivium process, and when you expose it, you can contagious other people to start, because there is a lot of people that has fear to expose himself, right? And many people told me, when I do some performances or like this, they say like, you are not ashamed of anything, you do it so well, you are not shy. And I'm like, it's not that I'm not shy, it's that I have, well, I have been always like so comfortable to expose myself. I have to admit that, no? But I'm shy, of course. I also have fear about what is going to think my close people, are they gonna reject me for what I'm singing? Because I'm touching really deep ideas that they have inside them. I'm touching things that are gonna make pain to my friends and to my family, because I'm telling the truth, and nobody wants to know the real truth. That is, you are gonna to fuck up a lot of your comfortable things, a lot of the things that you thought that they were good for you. You have to fuck up them to build a prosperity for the future, you know. So basically, I'm saying you are the problem. And it's true that, well, first of all, the thing of the shy, no? People is saying you are not shy, blah blah blah, and I'm like, no, it's not that I'm not shy. It's that if I'm happy because someone helped me to aware myself, no, and to overcome a lot of pain that was really a fake pain. Now I have a new pain that it seems to be real, no, like we are fucked up, that's the real pain. But a lot of old pain, no, like you are damaging me, blah blah blah. Well, we are all damaged. That's why we are punishing each other. So you get more aggressive for the fight, but at the same time you are more compassionate to everybody, because you have been, first of all, compassionate with you. Because the hardest thing is to accept that you have been bad person and that you had been doing bad things. So once you say that and you change yourself, automatically you are compassionate with other ones, because you realize that change is possible, no? So I was like, if these people go out and help me, I should do it, because they are old, they are gonna die. Who is gonna continue the work?
Right.
So it's a responsibility. It's not just that you are shy or not. If you have something to say, you must say it, and you cannot hide behind the shyness thing
Right.
or your things, no. And the other thing I wanted to say is that when I first start to do music, I was a lot about, well, not the beginning, but after. I was like, you are the problem, this is the problem, you are the problem, that's the problem. And now I'm more like, that's the problem. I will show you which change I did to end up this problem. And now I'm not that much like, you are the problem, because it makes the people close. And I'm like, we do this problem. That's how I stop to be the cause of this problem. You can join me.
I love that so much. Leading by example, for sure. Okay, well, let's get into some of your music. So we have several songs that we could listen to. I'm kind of thinking, well, you tell me. Is there a song that you want to start off with in particular? El Péndulos.
You can play first of all Criaturillas, that has some English sentences.
Okay, here we go. Criaturillas by Bea T. Full.
Demasiado crío criando criaturas. Luego esperarán que haya una sociedad madura. Vaya caras duras. No moverán un dedo hasta que no sea su hijo a quien se folle el cura. Move dick back gay estés fuera de aquí, yo tengo el poder para cambiarme a mí. No les tengo miedo, motherfuckers, go to sleep. O cállenme la boca porque a este paso los dejo sin fans en la bancarrota, sin varita, sin capota. Brujos de mierda nunca podrán contra una prota. No es ego, es conciencia de lo que en mí brota. Let's be, let's try, let's do the right. En el mic desmiento lies, system broken inside. Querían venderme su ensaimada sin saber que de todas yo soy la más enamorada de la vida, la más herida, aún curando el caos que me causaron sus guerras y sus movidas, todas sus causas perdidas. Es tan pobre el objetivo que siento vergüenza de que un día fuera el mío, así de real, así de frío. Aún con la presión la 100, yo la siento bien, la entrelazo como quien roba en el todo a 100. Con la diferencia de que vi las consecuencias de querer todo pa' mí sin importarme tus carencias. Puto solipsismo casi me consume, insisto. Comprende bien a Cristo y no te creas a ese listo. Si lo que dice en sus actos no lo has visto, te engaña todo aquel que te vende un camino liso. Pues el sacrificio personal es requisito para el que quiera ser invicto. En un mundo donde hacer el bien es un delito. No hice mi trabajo y como soy la responsable, el resultado no lo edito. Con puto Photoshop o con un punto de perico. No sé si me explico, no sé si hay capito. Un cobarde que va de papito, un cuento demasiado visto. Me inscribo, me asusto y luego no asisto. Let's be, let's try, let's do the right. En el mic te hago un strike como en libros David I. No te digo que te creas paranoias, pero sí que las crean y las insertan en las ollas. Tic-tac, ampollas en el cerebro de Goya. Pensaste por ti mismo y crearon los Goya. La ficción es tan real como la carne de soya, como el agua bezoya o una canción de Soraya.
Okay, so yeah, tell me about the making of this song, your process.
Yes, this song was actually an inspiration about one interview that Mark Passio did with Catherine. And they were speaking about childs, how to teach them, how to be a good father and mother to teach them. And I had at this time one friend that was a beginner of being mother, no? And we were talking about because she's also so conscious, no? And we were like, yes, I mean, if the fathers are childs, people that is so egoistic and have not done the work of empathy, and the work of being himself as a whole, not just me and my things, no? So of course we are gonna teach childs are teaching childs, so that's not gonna work, no? So the song it's called Criaturillas, which mean child, small childs, no?
Right.
So at the beginning I say a lot of childs teaching childs, and they would expect a mature society. That's not working. And then I follow saying, you can think I'm crazy, but you don't understand the film. I'm not laziness. I'm gonna change myself. And I say, I'm not scared. Motherfuckers, go to sleep. I say it to all the small, to the big psychopaths of the society. It's like all this power that is pushing us, and we are like, we can do nothing. I tell to this power, motherfucker, you can go to sleep, because nobody's gonna stop me. I'm
Right.
gonna build a good society, So that's why in the course I say, let's try, let's do the right. Let's be us, try, and let's do the right. And I say in the mic, I break lies. I break lies. I say the truth. And I said another sentence that is, I didn't did my work, so I'm not gonna try to fake it with Photoshop.
I love that line. Yeah. I'm feeling better about hearing your translation because I was like, you just can't get the rhythm, you can't get the rhyme play, the word play. It's just, the translations just don't do your work justice. We can get again, this idea of words and vocabulary and being precise, like there is a slipperiness when you go from one language to another, different cultural values, different and even in Spanish, Mexican Spanish or Caribbean Spanish is different from Spanish. So it's like, so there's just so many layers. So it's really hard to get that exact idea unless you really speak that language yourself. And even me, like, you know, for para nuestra audiencia en español, mi nivel no es tanto alto y lo siento que es eso, pero yeah, like I wish that I could learn Spanish even more because then I could get way more out of your lyrics. You know what I mean?
Yes, and the process, I am a little bit slow sometimes because you have to do the lyrics and then you have to memorize it. You have to join with a producer, schedule a day, go record. And I had the song and I did the video clip almost 1 year later when I was in India. That I met a guy that was a video recorder, and he was like pushing me a lot, like, let's do the video clip, let's do the video clip. And I was like, I don't know where to fit it. And thanks God that he was pushing me a lot. Finally, we did it. And
I
then
love it.
he finished the video like 1 year all again late because he had a lot of things to do. So one song maybe can be 1 year, 2 years, because it goes. And I like a lot to do video clips because I try to close the meaning with the image.
Absolutely. And Theo, who's in the chat, added that rap tends to have a lot of slang. Yep, double meanings, making it more difficult to translate. Right? Yeah, it's like a
Yes.
sub-language. Absolutely. I want to go briefly talk about the sort of balance between the divine masculine and feminine, and I feel like this song really encompasses that. You're angry, you have justified sacred anger, that divine masculine aspect, but you're also putting it to song. You're kind of uh using emotions, and so you're balancing those two, and I think it's just so, it just makes it just, there's just something so powerful about seeing like another woman just claim that sacred masculine aspect within ourselves as women, because I think that's kind of like pushed down a lot, in our society engineering landscape.
Yes, me that I'm moving myself a lot around the rap movement. I'm doing, for example, here in Catalonia, where I live, is getting so popular the freestyle. You know what is freestyle?
Yes.
It's like do kind of word battles, no?
Yeah.
And you have to win to the other with the best sentences, the more creative things, when you answer, when you are fitting on the beat, and blah blah blah. And there is few women doing that, no?
Mm,
So when I go there, the, it's like when they have to fight with me, they get a little bit impressed, no? And they are not that aggressive that they are used to be with other men, because it's like they are shy. They don't want to do that, no? And for me, it's also hard when I'm in front of them to be that rah, 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 like they are, because I am more calm. I am more, well, I'm so energetic, not, but yes, I have more the ¿cómo se dice cariño? The care.
yeah.
I have more the care, no? So the feminine energy. And I hope someday more women come, no? Because one girl was saying, but yes, but then it's fine because you are the special one. And I was like, yes, it's nice to be the special one for a little bit. But the good thing is to balance that. So we need more women in this movement, no?
Absolutely.
And the thing is that what I realize nowadays is that people have the care, what Marx said, that the care is down as is destroyed, that's true, because people doesn't realize how scared they are. I don't know if this care is well said,
Yeah.
how much they don't care about things that they deeply care. So, because if you love to sing and you are not going out, you are hating yourself. It's not about no, nothing happened. No, nothing happened. No, if you like and you don't do it, you are hating yourself, and it is getting you uh, go down to the path of being a bad person. Because if you hate yourself, you are gonna act wrong.
Mm.
That's and they 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 think they see the bad things in just big things. If I punch you, if I stole a big thing to you, just the big pains are bad. But all the small bad things they are doing every day constantly, they don't even see that. A lot of people really think they are good people, and they don't see how many bad actions they are doing constantly, because
Right.
they didn't develop the care. They don't care enough. They care few.
Mm.
As much as you care, uh, as much you understand that the angry and the aggressivity must to be there. Because if not, when because I really have a discussion, inner discussions, when I got in front of a person that seems to not see, that seems that he's not able, or she, to see the bad things he or she is doing, I think how I should act. Because sometimes I really think that the change is not possible. And I hate this feeling because I have changed. I have
Mm.
changed. So for me, so frustrating to say in one point, okay, with you, there is no change. At least with me. It doesn't mean that you are not going to change, or you don't have the possibility to grow. But I have to accept now that i'm not gonna I'm not gonna see this result, no. So in that point, I have to answer myself, what's the best act for me? Should I express to this person my anger to make this person understand that is doing something bad, or I should just leave it? No anger, not any emotion, just leave it. And this is a discussion, inner discussion, that I sometimes have when I uh, confront this situation.
Yeah. You
You know,
definitely, I think we all go through that for sure. And I would add that um, as discouraged as I get in, and I like that you said now, I think about, at least I'm planting a seed, at least maybe through a continued sort of maybe more distant friendship, but just like keeping them in orbit. I can, like you said, lead through example. And because they're still in my orbit socially, they'll say, well, wow, she's for real. Like she's not just talking shit. She's really trying to fucking like help humanity, you know? And like you're helping humanity, and like we're all like just trying. And it's like, and I think that will build a certain, for lack of a better word, social capital for them to reconsider, oh, that one time when she argued with me, and she was saying government is wrong, but and I was like, and then they, that it might happen later. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yes, I was because we were talking about the masculine and the feminine, no, and the aggressive and the care, and I was like, the care is telling me try again, try again, try again, and the masculine is saying no, you are anger because he's or she's making bad, so you are having the damage, so you need to take a step back and go away of this person, no? So the discussion is sometimes difficult inside.
Absolutely.
To balance these energies.
Aw, Theo says, just want to say great to see now. I used to wear makeup for podcasts, and then I just started doing so many that I'm like, I don't have time to do this every time, and I don't have enough makeup even to keep doing this every time. So I was just like, whatever, dude. Okay, so thank you, Theo. That's very kind of you. What song should we play next? We have.
Well, you can play, yes, El Péndulo, maybe.
El Péndulo? Okay, cool. Here we go. El Péndulo.
Mucho trauma, mucha trama, mucha trampa. Muchas ganas de anular el alma. Muchas ganas de anudar el karma. Muchas ganas de reanudar el magma de todos los que hoy no pueden salir de la cama. Mamá, por favor, que le vuelvan las ganas de salir del vaso que se nos derrama y conectar el néctar de la cuna mata. Bien saber que no lo hice por dinero, lo hice por poner delante lo que va primero, que es el coraje de luchar por lo que quiero, que es ayudar a mis gallinas a ordenar el gallinero. Mis rituales son al aire libre y con la peña, eyaculando la energía que los preña, incubando en sus niditos cual cigüeña, el fuego candente que prende mi leña. La creatividad requiere de confiar en ti. Mi seguridad social no es un credit. Si mis relaciones que fluyen como un liquid y las pago caras a tiempo completo slow speed. Al que miente se le va la bola porque no puede y no lo controla. Enorme como el caballo de Troya, pero dudoso como el opio de las amapolas. Te lo digo yo que tengo ampollas de pulir con ollas. Joya, joya, de mezclar sonidos y colores en mis paranoias, parando rayos en un jazz de trolas. El caos se cierne among us. Decir la verdad, retar a sus tropas. El mundo me sonríe más ahora que tengo línea donde apoyar mi ideal, tumbar la envidia ilegal, separación de ti real. Somos el mismo ente y eso es literal. Mucho trauma, mucha trama, mucha trampa. Muchas ganas de anular el alma. Muchas ganas de anudar el karma. Muchas ganas de reanudar el magma. Cuanto más liviano, más asciendes. Indígena boliviano, asientes un problema si no sientes. Es ciencia evidente pa'l creyente que no miente, pero pseudomagia pa'l que pierde el tiempo y no lo invierte. Cuanto menos peso, más cabalga esa parte de ti que es energía y va sin marchas y va sin manchas. El paso del tiempo no le engancha. El pacto del cuento es que al final te marchas de este cuerpo. Las prisiones de mi mente me hacen cuerdo, las prisiones de mi alma cuervo. Salgo volando, voy al Duero. Soy un río que no canalizas en tuberías de acero. En el silencio de estos bosques hay una verdad absoluta. Todo es movimiento tras la oscuridad oculta, tras lo que el tímpano ausculta. El reposo total a la razón insulta. ¿Es la comodidad o es el misterio? ¿Es la virginidad o el putiferio? ¿Es la cárcel o el monasterio? Es el péndulo de si rendirse o ir serio. Es la batalla craneal de los dos hemisferios. Tremendo caos provoca obsesión por la seguridad. Corrí más peligro que nunca llamarlo absurdidad. Casi me reviento contra el muro de la realidad al querer ser algo contrario a mi integridad, basado en la codicia y en el acumular. Pa' salir luego de fiesta y quererlo olvidar. Lo primero es el rap y luego ya veré con qué a este cuerpo alimentar. Mucho trauma, mucha trama, mucha trampa. Muchas ganas de anular el alma. Muchas ganas de anudar el karma. Muchas ganas de reanudar el magma. Mientras el conocimiento siga siendo el rey de este universo sentado en su asiento. Yo siempre mantendré mi portón abierto pa' dejar de repetir patrón y ver descubrimientos. Tú también puedes seguirme, aunque no sé dónde voy. Llevo el paso firme porque sé quién soy y no olvido reírme. Aunque también me verás triste y sin divertirme, porque la trama es circular y tiende a repartirse y tiende a repetirse. Un domingo perdida, no sabré dónde invertirme, pero resurgiré cuando aprenda a rendirme, cuando pierda por fin el miedo a sentirme.
Okay, we have a chatter Theo asking, do you memorize all your songs?
Yes, almost all the times, yes. And when I have to do performance, I have to train them a lot because they are so hard. And when you are in front of a lot of people, like, you can be on white. So you have to train, yes.
Yeah, I was very struck by this idea of like the pendulum and how we have these like trauma cycles repeating, like you said. And yeah, would just love to learn more about this song for you. And then also give a shout out to Theo. He is our webmaster pretty much for soundpath.org. He's really awesome. He's also one of our lineup artists, so definitely check out his work on soundpath.org. So yeah, just wanted to plug Theo. He's been great to work with. So,
Oh,
and he's
Theo,
been
thank
on
you.
he's also been on our watch parties as well.
Your what?
Watch parties. We've been doing like music video watch parties just to kind of share songs, but also highlight artists for the lineup. So, but yeah, tell me about this song, like how it came about.
Well, the song was supposed to speak about the duality of the lives, no? Because I think it's a really, really important law that if a lot of people introduce this law in his mind and it is present in his decision, his process decision, he would not be going from one extreme to the other one, no? Because a lot of times we are like, or this, and we don't see that we are in the middle of of two extremes, no? It's like what happens is that if you are saying something about one person that I don't like, if I don't have the polarity in my mind and something I don't like, I think that I have to be in the opposite to respect what I think, no? And I don't. If you have the polarity inside your mind, you can say, okay, how much of what he said I'm not okay with, no? And so I'm gonna be against just this point. And the other point, I'm gonna say, yes, I'm okay with you in that point. And then I'm gonna join the two extremes, the two limits I would need to, know. So the song is about the polarity, no? And I say the course is like a lot of trauma, a lot of trauma, a lot of trampa. How do you call the place where you put the cheese for the mouse?
Trap.
Okay, I say
Trampa.
a lot of trauma, a lot of thriller, a lot of traps. Like expressing that the people that govern this world is putting in your mind that trauma, thrillers about yourself, and traps. And it's like they have a lot of wishes to knock out your soul. They have a lot of wishes to keep you in the wheel of the karma. forever, no? And the last sentence is like, I have a lot of will to rebuild on you the magma of the volcano, the power inside you, no? And I say, like, I'm happy to know that I don't do this for money. I do this to do what you have to do first, that is helping my people to tidy his mind, no? And I
Mm.
say, for example, the creativity requires confidence on yourself, and my social insurance is not a credit, is my good relations, that they flow like a liquid, and I pay my relations really expensive because I gave them full time slow speed. I listen to them, you know. And then I say, who lies, uh, the people who lies don't understand that they are not able to control this, and it is gonna be so big, like the horse of Troya, you know, or like the psychosis that you get when you smoke opio, no, or amapolas,
See,
and and after,
like a heroin or
yeah,
yeah, or no, wait,
I mean, like, if you
opio
lie, you are gonna get the result as the same as if you take drugs. You are
drugs. Yeah,
gonna crash your mind. You are
right.
gonna get so confused at the end, no? And then I say, in one time, I say, is the comfortability, or is the curiosity? Which extreme are you gonna be in run yourself, no? Is the virginity, or is the beach,
Whore. Yeah,
the horsing, no?
yeah, yeah,
It's it's the jail, or is the monastery, no? Because both things are to be closed, but one is because another one puts you there, and the monastery is because you voluntarily go there, no?
right.
So at the end, I say, is the pendulum of quitting or going seriously? And the key of that will decide if you quit or if you go seriously is gonna be the result of the battle between your two hemispheres.
Yeah.
If you don't balance them, you are gonna quit. If you
Mm.
balance them, you are gonna be seriously in your life. You're gonna fight the war. And I say that I also said that while the knowledge uh, is continuing being the king of the universe, um, I will always maintain my door open to it.
Yeah, great, great lyrics. And like I said, I'm just gonna say it out loud. I think Spanish rap is better than English rap. I think it's just a more there's a certain rhythm that Spanish has, and it's beyond the fact that like okay, like a lot of word endings are common in Spanish that are less common in English because English, the word endings are just so varied from all the different language influences, but I just feel like Spanish in particular lends itself really well to rapping because there's like a sort of natural flow and rhythm. And, one of the reasons why I chose to learn Spanish is because I love Spanish poetry. I
Ah,
mean, like I love. Um, uh, Reading books in Spanish, and I just feel like there's just this rich culture of language that like it just made me realize like I want to learn this Neruda poem in Spanish. Like I really want to understand it, you know, because like you said, like there's such a care. I think correct me if I'm wrong, but I do feel like there's a sort of like tradition or like a cultural difference with like Spanish than in English with respect to words. I think there's more care, and maybe I'm wrong. Like, I mean, we do have like rap in English as well. Obviously, that's where a lot of it came from. But what are your thoughts on this? I just feel like you guys, you have such rich literature, rich tradition and poetry already. You know.
Yes, I think that rolls of the tongue real life.
Yeah.
Yes, I think Spanish language is so rich, and I had some dictionaries here, like this one. I was checking it the other day. Here we have many, 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 many words that I have never heard, never, and they are Spanish words. So I think we have a really, really deep and rich literature and background in our language, and maybe we have a lot of versatile of sounds. And yes, and also I think because for our history that we had uh, at the beginning of the Middle Age, when the Roman Empire got down, we built here in the Iberian Peninsula, we built a really anarchist societies. They were so sovereign, so they did a lot of books, a lot of music. In Spain we have many, many, many types of music. They are getting lost, all of them. But from 100 kilometers to another 100 kilometers, we used to have also different languages. uh, Everybody was writing a book, doing a song. We were doing our own parties with our own musics. We had many, many, many instruments that they are lost, all of them, and they were done by rude people. They were very simple instruments, but we had this society that they were called communals, because they were being organized by asambleas.
They were communes for assemblies. They
Yes,
were, yeah,
they were, and the state wasn't there, you
right.
know. So in that time, I think we developed a lot the language and the creativity in general.
It's awesome. Yeah. No, I definitely like I mean, I just like basically took Spanish in high school and then I started like in high school developing an interest in poetry, and then when I started reading Spanish poetry, it's like I got to learn Spanish. Like I got to really learn it. I just cuz yeah, like you said, there's just you guys have such a, and that's true. I forgot, like especially like at the turn of the century with the Spanish Revolution and during, the World War II, there's all kinds of resistance activity in Spain that, I think all of that plays a role. I think there's a reason why you incarnated in the body, in the culture, in the language, in the country. Not that we care about boundaries of political, geopolitical, whatever, but like I feel like you're like um, representing like you're the truth keeper for all of that, with everyone that you're affiliated with
Yeah,
over there. But like, I mean, you are really like a bridge to us, especially in America and around the world. You're very important in this movement because I think you're like almost a bridge to like Europe in general, for and I'm trying um we have Derek Bartolocelli, he's in France right now. Like we have these like amazing people in Europe, and I think Europe in particular, and maybe we can play El Plan de Nuestro Siglo next, because I think Europe is especially under a lot of tyrannical control. I mean, we're complaining in America, but like, I mean, it's pretty gnarly over there, right?
Well, here we have, for example, now the containers for the rubbish.
Compost.
A lot of them,
Yeah.
yes, they cannot be opened if you don't have the QR. So they are planning to, this passport that the Chinese people has, that if you do the actions that the government wants, you are gonna be able to do stuff or not. I think they are starting to do that. For example, with the rubbish, because we are environment and we are green and all these shit things. No, so they put a lot of plastics in the supermarket, but then you are gonna be punished for using them. Okay,
right.
So it's hard because it's true. You cannot open if you don't have this mobile application. Also, almost all the places to park with the car, they are starting to put the application. If you don't have the application, you don't park.
Oh my God.
Yes. There is cameras everywhere. I don't know how many examples to give you, but it's
no, it's
censorship in the YouTube a lot.
Mhm.
But yes, the thing is that people don't realize that because they don't search for information, so they cannot see that one channel was this day and the other one is not. So
right. Yeah, I was anyway, I don't want to go too off topic, because I definitely want to play at least one more song, and then we have a live performance in English, which I'm excited to debut. But from you. But yeah, I just definitely am feeling, I mean, I think it's really important, and I hate to say this, but unfortunately, I've seen it be the case that people are like, oh, well, there's a lot of tyranny over there in Europe, but, you guys should just move. Or what else? We Americans are doing it better. I mean, just like really like childish at best ideas and communications, and I'm like, you definitely, and within our own natural law community, and I'm like, you definitely like haven't really mastered this idea of if one suffers, we all suffer. Like, I'm very concerned about my European brothers and sisters, what's going on. I'm concerned for all humanity. Like, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And like, we're trying our best to wake up as many people as we can in as many languages as we can. And so, to just not care about what's going on in Europe from the American side, it's just like, it's just bonkers to me. I just don't understand it. But
well, because they didn't master the idea. That's
yeah.
what.
Okay, so shall we play El Plan de Nuestro Siglo?
Yes, that's fine, because this one is recorded in Brussels, in the European Community Building.
Talk about fearless. Yes, I'm very excited. All right, here we go. We'll talk about it.
Estamos entrenados. Lo hemos dejado todo fijo. Ya está solucionado, ya está. Van a caer, ya son nuestros. Estaba todo planeado en las consecuencias. Ahora veo la sincronicidad de la secuencia. No consta la ausencia de la chispa que encendimos, pero no encuentro la crisma a la que obedecemos. Caramelos fui contando hasta el trofeo, y al llegar me eché a reír cuando vi a Morfeo. La pastillita azul, o me voy al coliseo a poner la libertad por encima de su seo. No hay rastreo posible que evite que yo a ti te invite al placer de calentarte un té, que entres en mi casa y puedas comunicarte. Respira tranquilo, sé cómo ayudarte. Es un reflejo cristalino lo que edificamos. Un complejo es el camino por el que no amamos. Observando el infinito puedes ver Urano, pero solo en ti mismo comprenderás al humano. No es en vano, no es en vano. No es en vano el esfuerzo que haces por echar una mano. No es en vano, no es en vano. No es en vano el esfuerzo que haces por echar una mano. Se me acelera el corazón, se me quema el esófago cuando igual intento de mago filántropo explicarle al hortelano cómo cultivar cilantro. ¿Qué cuerdas se creen que están hilando? Los números, mis consejeros. Por eso a la izquierda un cero. A todo aquel madero que venda mi monedero. Nadie entra en mi cajón y se lleva mi dinero. Si metes la mano, perro te la diestro. Si eres uno de ellos, te aviso que encontré cadenas en mi cuello y en ellas marcada el sello de la única corte que pisa los suelos. Una exacta mezclesiante, ven como vasallos. Con lo cobarde que era conseguí una ratonera tan pequeña que tuve que sacarme de allí entera. Desgarré la ficción con mis uñas de pantera y luego en lo alto le prendí una hoguera. Larga vida al digno acierto de saber qué siento. Gracias por concederme el libre pensamiento. Ahora lidero la conquista porque sé que llego. A mis actos me relego, conozco el juego del ego. Por eso animo al fuego, por eso animo al fuego. Por eso animo al fuego que llevo dentro del pecho. Por eso avivo al vuelo, por eso avivo al vuelo. Por eso avivo al vuelo que me separa del cielo. A ser una máquina no me retes. Me tirarás por el retrete, no sé ser juguete, pero sí sé divertirme contigo en el guateque, sacando mi animal desconocido en el banquete. No le pongo límite a la vida, no descarto poseer el don de Midas. ¿Dónde miras cuando mides? El tiempo puede que te arruine cuando marque cero y la espera continúe. Es toda una ilusión, nos recorrió un hechizo de alta tensión. La palabra es su invocación, debe resurgir de la prisión de ese masón, haciendo uso de la divina intuición. Los recursos naturales eres tú que tienes la virtud de darles luz. Ellos tranquilos en su salud solo obran por similitud. Te recomiendo a Jung. Freud se perdió en el materialismo ataúd.
I love the way you're mixing activism with music because it's not enough, and I'm realizing this more and more. It's not enough to just put on a music festival. Like the next step is to like take action. Okay, we've done the education. We need to inspire people to take action and like go in front of these buildings and like, like so I tell me more about the song, about the shoot.
The song is called The Plan of Our Century. I wrote it when it was 2020, and it is speaking about the situation. No, I say it was all planned in the consequences. No,
Yeah.
now I see the path of the plan. Now that I'm in the consequences, I realize how much work they did before to make it possible. No,
Right.
and I say like, no, I know we have the fire inside. I know, but I don't find the mind. We are being obedience. We are obeying,
Right.
and that's like a criticism of we have the fire, but we are not following our mind. We are following another mind. We don't know which mind, whose mind is this one. And
Right.
I say also, they want you, they want, como dijo, estaba todo planeado las consecuencias. Well, they say, I say like, they I will I will destroy their SEO. You know SEO, that it's the like the branch to put your website over
Oh,
all the other websites.
search engine optimization,
Yes,
SEO. Yeah.
yes. So I'm saying like I'm gonna break their SEO and I'm gonna invite you to my home. They cannot forbid me to welcome you for a tea,
I remember that
because
line.
was the time that we cannot join each other, no? So I
Mm.
was telling that. And I say after, I'm gonna break the sale, you can come to my house, I'm gonna invite you a tea. I say also, you can be relaxed, we can speak to each other, you are welcome here, no?
Oh,
And I, yes, I'm speaking about all this. I say that if they want to invite me to be a machine, sorry, but it's not gonna work. Even I try, because I can be a machine. But what I can do is to throw out my animal in the film. The film is the life, no?
right.
If you want to me to be a machine, it's not gonna work. But if you want to see my animal in action, you will see it. And yes,
Yeah,
that's
no,
the way.
great song, great translation. I know we
Yes, the sound is not so good because the mixing, it was done by a friend that is not very very professional. So for me, it's a little bit sad that the sound is not the best it could be,
mhm.
but that's fine.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you can always do a remix later, you know?
Yes, I can redone this
Yeah.
one, or just accept that that's gonna be the sound.
I definitely understand that, like, even as an artist myself, like, there's a certain aspect of me that's always editing, always perfecting, and I'm like, ugh. But, like, also, like you said earlier, just producing, just putting stuff out there in general. So it's like finding that balance. Yeah. Okay, so I know that we're coming up on time, but did you want us? You're just so. Do you speak other languages besides English and Spanish? Are there other
Well, I speak Catalan, that is a
Catalans?
language
Yeah.
from this area.
Yeah, I was just thinking to myself, like, you chose to go to the EU in Brussels, and like for this this video shoot, and I just feel like it's just so much more normal in Europe, especially to be bilingual at the very least. Like in America,
Yes.
they're dumbing the children down so much. Like you really have to go out of your way as an individual to decide I want to learn another language, because like no one's teaching kids properly how to like be multilingual, if not bilingual at the least. So it's and I think there's a reason for it. I think that they're trying to stop us from communicating with each other. And I think yeah, just seeing the kind of activism that you're doing inspires me. Like I need to really think about how we can bring this music project to the streets, like for real. Yeah, it's very inspiring.
Thank you. I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah. Okay, how should we do so you have a song in English called Losing My Time.
Well, it
Um,
doesn't have title, but
okay,
what the first one I developed it was called Losing My Time.
cool. Would you like do you want to play the instrumentals on your end, or maybe I can play them?
Yes, maybe I can also play them. I don't.
Yeah, let me think about this. So I have it's a wave file, so shoot. We to the audience, we're live. I got a wave file just now. I don't know if I can play it while also speaking. I could, let's see. I could play it on my phone. No. And then put it next to my mic. I don't
A
know.
ver,
Or can you hear
I'm
me?
playing. Yes, but it is being sound or not?
I can hear it. I can hear it that you're hearing something, but I can't hear it on your end.
Okay,
Well,
I can play it on my phone also because I
yeah, we
have
could
my
go ahead.
yes, I have my microphone here. So maybe if I put here the song,
Let's try it that way. Yeah.
well, let's be technology. The other day I was. It is going to close this at past.
Well, I mean, we can go on a little bit longer. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, pues I will play this one.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Please, audience, has been a long time without practicing this song, but I want to record it. Who is hearing it?
We can hear it. It sounds good.
Let's go, let's go. You can sing, I'm losing my time, but I'm just staring at life, keeping war at fight, growing up in faith, cleaning up my face from all the tears that went down when I was not fair. Oh mama, they are around the world. Oh mama, raising evil on the ground. Oh mama, that's why I need this sound. Oh mama. Oh mama, be proud of me, that I will until the end, build just for peace, singing loud for grace, being proud of grace, breaking down the mind of honest slaves. Oh mama, every time I'm looking inside, I realize how fucked up it's outside. How we can create better conditions if most of us are believers of a religion. It's not a lot of Jesus. Do you think about the money? Do you feel it is suspicious? Do you agree it's the biggest issue? Honestly, the real problem is the vision of those that can't put limits on their own at least condition. Every time I'm feeling your pain, there's a click inside my brain. I need my heart to start a name, back you up from the creeping rain. Oh mama, they are around the world. Oh mama, trying to surrender my soul. Oh mama, they are around the world, trying, trying to surrender my soul. But I keep breathing, I keep breathing, I keep riding on the side of living. I decide to release my feelings from all that shit they call security. Oh mama, they are around myself. Oh mama, trying to make me scared. I'm lying inside your voice, and now I'm asking you what's your convoy. I'm looking in front your eyes, and now they will answer me what is your price. I will always be waiting for a surprise. I know it's so easy in the morning they rise. I will always be waiting for a surprise. People all together working for their rights. I, I, oh mama, they got around the world. Oh mama, trying to surrender my soul. It's done.
Bravísimo. Bravísima. Lo siento.
Well, was almost fine.
You know what I loved about that is like I just love the rawness, and like that's how like when you're working with other musicians, you're playing tracks on your phone, and you're catching an idea and you're trying to share it. Like that's how music that's how music's made, and so I love that rawness. Yeah, tell us about that song and your choice to do it in English too.
I choose do it in English because I was also compromised to to inspire people with other languages, because I have traveled a lot, so I know a lot of people that don't understand Spanish. So I was like, I'm gonna do a song for them to make able them to understand, no? So it's called Losing My Time because it. Did you understand the song a little bit?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, some of um, the end sounds were a little, but I got most of it. Yeah.
Yes, that's about the one great work about why you should work on. And I say, you can think I'm losing my time, but I'm just staring at life. I'm looking deep on life, keeping word at fight, growing up in faith. I'm growing up my faith, cleaning up my face from all the tears that went down when I was not fair. So I'm doing a shadow work, and then the chorus starts. Oh mama, they are around the world. Because when I feel devastated, is the feeling of your mother. No, you need the care of your mother. So it's so painful to accept how bad is the situation that it's kind of claiming, no? Oh mama, they are around the world. All these psychopaths are around the world. Oh mama, raising evil on the ground. They are raising the evil on the earth. Oh mama, that's why I need this sound. Oh mama, it's kind of a supplication. And it says, oh mama, be proud of me that uh, I will until the end build just for peace, singing loud for grace, being crowd of brave. That being crowd of braves, what I wanted to say is that I'm gonna be in the front of the line of the braves, no? Breaking down the mind of an slave. Oh mama, every time I'm looking inside, I realize how fucked up it's outside. How we can create better conditions if most of us are believers of fake religions. It's not Allah or Jesus. Think about the money. Do you feel it is suspicious? Do you agree it's the biggest issue? Honestly, the real problem is the ambition of those that can put limit on their own malice condition. My sister said to me, once you do a lyric in English, pass it to me and I will correct it because I think this sentence is not well written. But
Oh, that's okay. No, it's very good, and I think it was cool to hear you sing too. I think a lot of people kind of put themselves in a box, like, oh, I'm a rapper or I'm a singer, but you can be both. And I, I like to, think of myself as a creative person instead of just like tuck 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 like in a box.
yes,
So I think it's very cool that you're doing songs in English, you're doing songs in Spanish, you're rapping, you're singing. Like it's great. Cool. Well, any last sort of closing sort of thoughts or things to share? Again, your channels are bea.tfull on Instagram, Beat FULL official OFICIAL on YouTube, and BEA space T space full on Spotify.
yes. Thank you very much to welcome me. See you in the festival. Thanks you a lot for all your effort and with your partners that you are doing for this festival. You gave me all the support I need when you feel so alone,
Oh,
and has been so nice to see you again because I a lot of times I remember you and I say Jerry, Raf, all the people of how to become the true media, and I miss you, but
oh,
the time is tiny and we have many things to do. So I love to join again for a purpose. That's what I think build good relations, to have a
abs-
purpose.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I'm so thankful to you for keeping the fire alive in Europe, in Spain, and for embodying your divine masculine and feminine aspects, your fiery sacred anger and your care, your genuine care, which as you said, is just lacking. And so I'm inspired by you, and especially your you seem to be kind of moving towards like street activism, and it's inspiring me and giving me ideas. And I'm like, oh, maybe for next year we could do this. So it's very cool. Very cool. I'm glad that we got to meet up again. And yeah, excited to have you at the festival.
Well, that's it then.
All right.
Thanks to everybody and to Theo to be there, like
In
giving
the
us
chat.
feedback.
Yeah.
That's also so nice.
All right. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.
Bye.